I'm so happy that I brought this with me because it's time. It's time for sushi, $2 sushi. Been here for 3 weeks and the first time we actually heard party music was last night because we realized we're always in bed by 8 o'clock. Good morning guys, welcome back to another vlog. I'm going to be taking you through a weekend in my life in Bali. So we've just moved to Canggu and we've got a couple of different restaurants and beach clubs and kind of appointments and stuff booked over the next couple of days. So I wanted to take you along, but it is Saturday morning. We're just making breakfast at the moment. We're going to head to the gym for our 5th session of the week. So we've been all throughout the week and then we've just got one more session to do. During the week we are usually like working quite hard and doing our thing, and then weekends we take a little bit more relaxed and chill. So we'll probably do a couple hours of work, maybe go explore. It was meant to thunderstorm today, but it looks like actually a really nice day, so we might go try and find a beach if there's a nice beach. We're struggling to find a nice beach in Canggu, otherwise we might just chill by the pool because we do have a really nice pool as well. I've also booked a really cool facial for Monday. I saw it on TikTok as well. Like, I've been using TikTok for all of my Bali recommendations because I'm such a visual person, so I need to see something visually to be like, oh yeah, I want to go there, I want to do that. And they do like a massage, a facial massage, like a tension release facial massage, and then they do the hydrating mask and everything like that. So I'm going to show you that. So it's going to be like a weekend vlog and then a little bit of Monday as well, so I could just show you that appointment. So I wanted to show you guys my morning routine in Bali. So we've gotten into a good routine of just going to the gym straight away in the morning, so that way we can just get it out of the way, get it done, and then focus just on doing work and stuff for the rest of the day, and then kind of chilling more in the afternoon. Leaving it to the afternoon, we would just be too lazy to go. So we're gonna head to the gym this morning.
You're not even using the ball for fun brekkie, you're just making matcha.
I will use it for brekkie after the matcha. Oh my god, I just remembered I had the weirdest dream. So I was part of this undercover deep sea water diving team. The shark comes, tries to attack us, then someone like bites his head off. Weird shit, weird shit. Hello guys, we are back at the villa now and I'm just tanning by the pool, so I thought we could catch up and have a little chat together about just little updates that are going on. So we have spent the whole morning working at that cafe that you would have just seen, and it was really cute. We had a really nice breakfast. Then we just drove around that main strip because we're staying in an area that's like about 10 to 12-ish minutes away from that main strip because we just didn't kind of really research it that well, and we also did leave Canggu accommodation booking till quite late, so we are staying a little bit out of like the main strip, whereas when we were in Uluwatu it was very much central location, but it is fine. It's only literally 10 minutes away, and we've now hired our scooter as well, so we can easily get around and things like that. But we've just come back down to the villa now to have a bit of relaxation time because we've been working hard this morning. But I want to show you the little setup that I have. So firstly, I've got my matcha. I'm so happy that I brought this with me because whenever I just want like a little sweet treat in the morning or in the afternoons, I can just have my matcha. I love it so much every single time. So I've got my matcha, and then we also went to a place called Mama Cookies and I got a Biscoff cookie, and I left a little bite for myself to have when I got back, and I'm really happy that I did. You can't really see it that well, but it's just a Biscoff cookie. That is so freaking good. We also got Dang Cookies last night, which is another popular cookie company here. We literally chose our dinner restaurant location based on how close it was to the cookie place because I really wanted to get cookies after, and they were hectic. I'm now just going to read by the pool. There's literally only one little strip of sun in our backyard, which is where I'm sitting right now. The rest of it is really shady, which is kind of unfortunate. At least I've got this little strip before the sun goes away fully. I'm going to read my book out here just for a little while. I'm reading Daisy Jones and the Six. Well, I'm just about to start reading it because I just finished watching the series of it on Prime, I think it was, and I loved it. I was hooked. It's only like 8 or 9 episodes and I just like went through them so quickly. I'm kind of scared to read the book. Like, it was quite an intense emotional series and I know what happens, so I'm like, I can't vie for the person that I want to end up happy because I know what happens. And I feel like the ending as well was insane. I feel like the written ending would have been even more emotional if I'd read it than watched the ending. Anyway, I still think it's going to be a really good book. So I'm very excited to just read that. We're going to go out to dinner tonight for $6 burritos because there's so many deals here in Bali. Like, every night has different restaurants have different deals. So on Sunday we've got ourselves locked in for that $2 sushi plates again because we did that in Uluwatu and they've got the same franchise here, so we're going to do that again. Last night there was $5 margaritas, so I had that, and honestly we're just vibing. It's just such a vibe here. So that is my little update.
Me, you never even see me how you see me clearly. Don't you know when you go or don't show or don't follow me? I flow, I'm not sitting on my phone.
We've just gotten back from the gym. I just did a chest and arms day and I actually feel like I'm feeling really strong here. I think it's because number one, we're eating so much food, but I think I'm also just getting really good sleeps here as well, which is so elite. We did have a sleep in this morning as well, so that was probably it, but my glutes and my legs are so freaking sore from yesterday's session because I was again feeling really strong. So I was like, let's just really push hard for some PBs today, and now my legs are paying the price, but it was good. Did arms, chest, core, and then I did some steps at the end. But I've been doing core, like supersetting it and just kind of like interspersing it in between my workouts for the week. I actually feel like it's really paying off. Like, I know they say you can't just like build ab just doing random core exercises, but I feel like just having that extra core in there is really just helping me engage the core. I feel like my abs are coming through because I was like, I'm eating a lot of like takeout stuff and just like holiday food, which is so natural, like I'm on holiday. So I was like, let's just try and do a little bit of core so we can help her out. And I feel like it's actually paying off. But that being said, we are still eating quite intentionally. Like, we're still cooking really nice high protein meals and we are eating in the villa. Like, we've just made pastas and chicken breast and mince and stuff like that. And then we've been having protein shakes every single day, eggs and bacon every breakfast morning. Like, we're still eating quite high protein and quite clean. But we'll obviously have like desserts here and there, like cookies we try. Obviously the takeout food is not going to be the cleanest in terms of just like fats and oils, but I reckon we're doing a pretty good job. I'm happy with how much movement and stuff we are still keeping in the routine. But we're just going to get ready now to go to that cinnamon cafe. I'm so excited to get the matcha because there is a Biscoff flavored matcha, then there's also like a strawberry and cream matcha, and all of these just like hectic flavors. So I'm going to probably get the Biscoff one, I'm thinking. Sounds really good. I also already had a matcha this morning because I have been trying to replace my morning coffee with matchas again, because I always just feel so much more settled in the stomach when I don't have coffee first thing, but having it something a little bit more gentle. So I had a matcha before the gym, but I'm gonna have another one when we go out. Maybe a coffee later today, but that's the sitch. like my concealer is getting way too light for my face. I'm gonna have to hardcore blend this out, and I think I put too much on. We are going to dinner at Shelter tonight, which was one of the restaurants that I was looking up and doing my TikTok research on for where we want to eat out in Canggu. We haven't actually done that many out restaurants in Canggu yet. We've kind of just done like local spots, because a lot of the time in Bali they've got like specials on different nights of the week. So we've been looking around, and like for example Wednesday I think it was like half price burritos. Tomorrow night we've got sushi again, all you can eat sushi, or not all you can eat, but like $2 plate, which is pretty much all you can eat. And we had that in Uluwatu, and we literally loved it so much, and Zach really wanted to go back when we went back to Uluwatu, but they only do it on Wednesday night in Uluwatu, and we arrived back there on Thursday. But we then found one here that does it on Sunday night, so we're going to do that tomorrow night. But tonight we're going to like a nicer restaurant. I think it's like Mediterranean style food. It looked really good, and the venue looked really pretty as well. It was like outdoor vibes, that kind of thing. So we're going to do that tonight. I feel like Canggu has been a lot more chill than Uluwatu. I don't know if it's just because we're kind of outside the main area, or we're just wanting to kind of like be a little bit more chill now, because we've already had 2 weeks of like eating out, trying different cafes, trying different restaurants, doing all the different things. We are still going to a couple of new restaurants over the next couple of days, which will be exciting. We've just spent the afternoon chilling in the villa. We finally got some sun on our pool. I don't know what it is, but the pools, the way they build the villas, the pools are just always kind of in the shade. Like they don't really get that much direct sunlight, which is kind of counterintuitive, but we did spend a little bit of time out there today getting a bit of sun in the afternoon. And then Zach's now just watching the footy downstairs, and I'm getting ready for dinner because we're going to go in about an hour or so. As I mentioned I think previously, we're kind of outside the main area, so we just need to leave a little bit early for dinner bookings and things like that, because the traffic can get really bad. We have found like a good scooter only road that should get us there quicker, but we just want to leave with time to spare so that we're not kind of rushing or late to our booking. But another thing that they have in Bali everywhere, I look crazy, another thing that they have is just happy hours all the time. Like it's not even hard to get a happy hour, like pretty much is from 5 to 9 or 5 to 11 is happy hour. So it's kind of just all of the time, which makes it really way too easy to order lots and lots of cocktails. But I have been pretty good. Like I have only been having maybe like 2 when we go out for dinner. They've just got so many like strawberry frozen daiquiris or lychee martinis, I've discovered is my favorite cocktail, so we've been getting those ones. But I'm really excited for tonight because I feel like it's going to be like a tapas kind of style of meal, which is what I love eating. Like I love that type of food, so very, very keen for that. And as you would have seen earlier today, we did end up going to that cinnamon roll place, which was so yum. I have also mentioned in last week's vlog that on my Instagram I'm going to be kind of changing it up to be a lot more content creatory, a lot more influencery kind of, but this week his content's just been like playing around with that sort of energy. Honestly, like I think it's going to be a lot harder than I thought it was. When I was doing a lot of like gym content and stuff like that, it was kind of quite natural to me because I was creating so much content around just like me going to the gym, and like I think a lot of the time at that point TikTok as well was around like a lot of like funny kind of gym content, and that was like quite easy for me to naturally make. Whereas now I feel like the content that I'm going to be leaning towards is a lot more like aesthetic and that sort of vibe, which I also do love, but I think I just haven't done it in so long, and I also don't consume much content at all either, so I'm not really with it if you want to phrase it like that. So I feel like it's kind of hard, whereas back then when I was creating so much gym content I was consuming it so much. I was constantly like just recreating trends, and like I was constantly looking at other people doing what I was doing, and it was really easy for me to just put my own spin on it. Whereas now, because I don't really consume it that much, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. So it's definitely a challenge, but it is exciting because it's a new route and it's a new challenge for me to be pursuing, because I just feel like all of the educational style of content was just honestly getting old for me, and it's not really my passion either. So I think this is just going to very much be a phase of me figuring it out, which feels like I'm always figuring it out. It feels like I'm always just like pivoting and starting again and trying something else and not loving it and then trying something else. That is just the reality of it sometimes, and I think it's just like not making it wrong and just embracing the learning journey of it and not getting stuck in comparison either, because it's so easy to look at people who have like already done it and to compare yourself and to get demotivated, and I just don't want to ruin this exciting new stage with that and taint it with that. And I think even just being on holiday as well, there's so much time to consume content, and I don't want to overconsume. I really just want to stay in my own lane, create what I want to create. So I'm just going to be taking you guys along with that journey. But what I am loving is YouTube. Like, I'm just loving being able to just talk long form content, not have to be like succinct with everything, and just be able to chat with you guys and have it be super relaxed. Because I feel like I'm also a very like relaxed kind of person as well, so hype content or that sort of like short form content and excitable content doesn't really match my energy, whereas I feel like YouTube definitely does. So I want to really make an effort to make sure I'm staying consistent with my vlogs. I was even just watching some vlogs from some of my favorite YouTubers who live on the Gold Coast, and I was saying to Zach, like, I need to get there ASAP. I think the Gold Coast is definitely my next like phase. I don't know how the logistics of that will work out, but I definitely just want to go, even just to try it for a month or so, because obviously with all of my work being online, I do have that flexibility and that freedom, so I want to take advantage of that as well. I was saying to Zach, he's going to America to visit his, I was gonna say his boyfriend, his brother in September, so that could even be a good time for me to trial out living on the Gold Coast for a month and just seeing what the vibe is. And I feel like, why the frick not? Like, why would I not? I don't have any huge major expenses, any huge major responsibilities, or anything that is keeping me in Sydney. So I'm like, while I'm not held down by anything, let's actually just give it a try. I wouldn't want to move in with anyone else, anyone new that I don't know though, is the only thing, because I love just having my own space. And especially with like vlogging and content creation and things like that, I feel like it would be way too difficult to be able to just like freely vlog in like my apartment if I've got to consider people being around all the time. So that's also another factor to consider, like having to rent by myself. So that would be quite tricky. But like, honestly, if you want something hard enough, you can make it work and you can figure it out. So that's what I'm gonna do, figure it the frick out. I think it's just such a prime time as well in my life to just be able to try out different cities, see what I enjoy, and just bite the bullet. But on a separate note, I feel like my brain is getting used to the concept of going back home, because yesterday I was doing winter clothing shopping, because I was like, I have all of these summery clothes that I've been like wearing all trip, but when I get back home, I don't really have any winter clothes that I love. And I feel like also a big part of being able to create content that I really like is actually looking the way that I want and like having clothes that I love to wear and like taking content in those. So I did a big order on Princess Polly last night, which I'll show you guys in probably the next vlog or so when I get back home. Probably will be 2 vlogs from now. Yeah, it makes just me really excited to get home back into winter, because I feel like there's not much to look forward to in winter time. So if we can spice it up by getting new clothes, that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that's the thing with me, like I feel like it took me probably 3 hours to decide on like 5 or 6 things that I wanted, because I just don't know what the trends are. Like I'm not up to date with like the clothes that are in. When I was investing a lot of my money into mentorship, I completely just went off buying clothes and like spending money pretty much on myself for like those types of purchases. So I'm kind of just getting back into the swing of things of allowing myself to buy myself clothes and buy myself new things that I want. That was last night, and I'm really excited because I'm pretty sure it was express shipping, so it should actually be already at my house right now, which is kind of crazy because I'm not going to see it for at least another week and a half, but that's okay. I will give you guys a haul when I do get back, and that will just make winter a little bit more exciting for me as well. The other thing that I love about YouTube is even just like the editing process. I find it so therapeutic and just so enjoyable, whereas when I'm editing like a reel, for example, on Instagram, I find it really tedious and really draining. But like long form editing I really love, because you're watching little moments back, you're cutting like a 2-hour, 3-hour long clips down to like 25 minutes, and I just find that so therapeutic and so like calming almost. So that's also what I love about filming this sort of content, and I think it's just like so fun to watch back on the day and to like just add in little audios, add in little sound effects, adding little music bits for things that don't have music volume on them. Like it just feels like a really fun process for me. So I definitely want to just keep prioritizing this form of content. And I've also just watched YouTube vlogs specifically for the longest time, so I know what I enjoy watching. And something that I've picked up on that I need to stop doing is like recounting my days, or like recounting them before they've even happened, and like telling the day before it's even happened. Like I prefer when vlogs just to show you what's happening rather than telling you what's gonna happen. And when I was editing my vlogs, I noticed that I was doing that so much, so I was like, you need to stop that because it's boring and they're gonna see what's gonna happen in 2 minutes anyway. At a time. wanted to ask you about photography and stuff. I sorted the expectations doc. So this would be like emailed to them before. Morning vlog. We're trying to find a beach club to go to for today, but we realised we've left it quite late. We didn't realise we needed to book so far in advance. But today is the day we get to go to sashimi again.
Hell yeah.
Couple massage, I'll get that.
Really?
Guys, collabs.
You're ridiculous.
So, as you guys would have seen, we went to Shelter last night for dinner and it was really, really yum. We got lamb, pita bread, scallops, yellowfin tuna, raw, crispy potatoes, and it was like the perfect amount of food. I also tried an espresso martini for the first time and I actually really liked it, but it was getting very strong and I was drinking it for like the whole dinner because it was really hard to like drink. But overall, I really recommend Shelter. I liked it probably third most on the restaurants that we have been to so far in Bali. Yuki and Lagos definitely are above. We are doing pretty good on our budget, except for the fact that we were supposed to have chicken to cook for our lunches next week, but it literally went off the day that we bought it, which is so dumb. So we had to throw that out and now we don't have any food left. This is actually such a good hack I recommend doing if you have a long-term holiday, because what we did is we would just transfer a certain amount of money to our travel card and like that would be our food allowance for the week, and obviously you can set it to whatever you want it to be, but it was just nice to be able to see like, oh, we've got this amount of money left ideally for our food budget for the week, rather than just kind of tapping away and be like, oh shit, we spent too much money, which we did on the first week. So we learned very quickly. Guys, for the first time last night we saw the party scene in Bali. Been here for 3 weeks and the first time we actually heard party music was last night, because we realised we're always in bed by 8 o'clock watching Dexter. So that was a bit embarrassing.
You're a grandma. You're such
Your grandma, because last night he said, I want to get a bandana, and it was 7:30 p.m. And I said, let's go to the market and get you a bandana. I said, no, we have to go home, we have to go to bed.
It's too late. It's too late.
Because we have our schedule of 6:30 dinner to 7:30, come home, 8 p.m. we watch Dexter, ideally 7:30, so that we can then read from 9 onwards a little bit and get to bed by like 9:30, 10. But as we were driving home from dinner last night at 7:30, the music was pumping, but we just drove on past and we went to bed. Okay, are we gonna book this or what?
I'm still figuring it out. Chill out. Alright?
Why do you have to look at all the map?
Gotta do proper research.
I'm just gonna drink my mocha.
Yep.
It's time for sushi, $2 sushi. Starving because we didn't eat breakfast. We kind of just forgot, and the morning got away from us. So now we're gonna make the most out of $2 sushi plates. And then we ended up booking Atlas Beach Club. So we're gonna go straight there after sushi. And we've got $120 to spend on food and drink as well. So we'll probably end up having drinky poos. Sushi done. Freaking stuffed.
I'm gonna be so fat before I'm gonna sink.
And they gave me a rose. So cute.
No, I got you that.
I wonder why.
Because I gave you that.
No.